It didn't do the countdown. That is weird.
And no, it didn't. I was waiting for the
live.
countdown.
Yeah, we're the countdown. Hey, everybody. Sorry, we're running a little bit late. It's kind of a normal for me. All right, 2 and 1. Thank you. Running a little bit late as per usual with me. So I'm Tiffany, the Modern Mystic, and over that direction, over here, that is Joshua. Tonight we're going to be offering live readings, and we will do free pendulum questions, yes, or I'll do the pendulum questions, yes or no. No medical, no legal advice though. And Josh, he'll throw some runes. If you've never had a rune reading, he'll throw some runes, and we'll see what they have to say. Runes is a Viking divination based on the Viking language. It's beautiful. And then we are offering card readings for partial spread. So it'll be, 3, 4, whatever, however many cards comes up for you, it'll be a mini spread. And then we're asking, $20 for a full spread. And we don't turn anybody down. If you really need some advice or some guidance, we can always pull a couple cards. So just letting you know, we already have one person that has sent us a payment. I love you, Diana. Diana, this is Josh. Josh, this is my friend Diana.
Hi, Diana. How you doing?
She's amazing. Diana, you're our first reading. So I'm adding you to the list right now. A little bit about me, just real, and a little bit about Josh. Not too much. We're not going to give you a whole spiel, but I'm basically an intuitive empath. It's been a hot minute since I've done readings. I've been doing a lot of deep healing in my world, and it was time to get back on here. And Josh has just such great energy. This is my first time doing a live with him like this, and I'm so excited. I'm also a psychic medium and a higher self channel. I work with the angelics. I'm a Reiki master and teacher, and I teach psychic development classes. Don't have any going on right now, but that'll be coming up soon. And Josh, you want to say a little bit about you?
Yeah, hi, my name is Josh McGuire. First off, I run a podcast. I'm the creator, producer, and host of a podcast called Breaking Reality. And we do lives on Tuesday evening at 9:30 Eastern. Tiffany often is there with us most of those. And it's kind of an open roundtable discussion. I've been involved in the spiritual world, working with different things like this since I was 15 years old. I've been working very specifically with runes since I was in my 20s. Actually, since I was 20. Had the very specific set that I have and working with tonight since I was 20. It's actually my very first set of runes I purchased. Yes. And I've been working with different forms of cartomancy and stuff for 20 plus years. Oracle, of course, newer. Lenoramand, fairly new, but still taken to Lenoramand really, really quickly.
Yes.
I just have a host of different talents and skills that I bring to the table. But most of all is I am huge on research, and I dive deeply into mystical research. So
rabbit holes. So do I. You know this. Poor Joshua. Yes. I'll like get in a really deep rabbit hole, y'all, and I'll be like worried about the men in black and stuff, and I'll like call him. I'm like, hey.
Tiffany will be sitting there now. The blue, I'll get a call. Hey, Josh, what are you doing? Just sitting here doing some reading, Tiff. What's up? And next thing I know, I'm getting pulled down the rabbit hole with Tiffany.
Oh, yes. I will not go alone. I will have witnesses, y'all.
Tiffany's taking me down the rabbit hole with you.
I am not seeing that we're live on my business page. Hey, Diana. I know, Diana, I love you so much. So basically you and Tiffany are one and the same, because Diana knows about my rabbit holes.
Pretty much. But I'm actually going to the University of Metaphysics right now to obtain a degree in mystical research, which is actually the study of the mystical aspects of the world's religions.
freaking amazing. My bachelor's is in humanities and speech communication. And I taught theater arts for years. I had always been an empath. I've always been into crystals. My dad's a geologist. I'm kind of like Joshua. My path has always been different. I was very clairvoyant as a child, very clairaudient, so I could see, hear spirit. I shut a lot of it down to fit in. And it came back during a massive Kundalini spiritual awakening for me. And my whole life changed. And I was just like, I've been pushed into walking that spiritual path. And it's like, all right, let's do this.
These rabbit holes are deep. Alice got off on level 1. We're on like level 20. And there's no end in sight.
No, they're endless.
Don't get her started on don't get her started on CERN.
Oh my gosh. And during my ketamine treatment, when I was channeling angels to my dad, y'all, that's a whole nother story. Hi, Melissa. Let me see here. We do have people popping on.
Did you see earlier Pamela asked, may I have a message from my spirit guides?
Oh, Pamela, of course. We can just tap in and see maybe if something comes through or pull a couple cards for you. Pamela is such an amazing follower on my business page.
Okay, Donna just paid for a full card spread. Diana paid for a spread. What did she pay for?
She full spread, 20.
Okay.
There's Sunday. Sunday is my childhood best friend. I love you,
nice.
Sunday.
Nice.
We've got Lisa. We got Copper Cooper. Oh, Cash App. I don't have Cash App. Josh, do you?
No, but I could probably set one up in a few minutes.
Copper Cooper, do you have, I also do Facebook Pay, where you can send it through Messenger.
Facebook Pay is just right through Messenger. It's super easy. It's honestly easier than Cash App, in my opinion.
That's Facebook Pay is easy. Or I don't know if the stars are showing up. I haven't looked. Sometimes the stars show up for me. You can always do stars if they're showing up. They're glitchy. They don't always show up on my stuff.
So
we have Sunny Hatcher.
I want to let people know right tonight. I'm going to be working with 2 different Oracle decks. I'm going to be working with Oracle, Lenoramand, and Rune. I'm not going to be working with Tarot tonight.
Perfect. I'll do the Tarot.
Yep, I'm leaving a Tarot up to Tiff, but I'm going to be working with the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck and the Divine Circus Oracle deck as well.
I am not organized.
The Mirror of Truth Lenormand deck.
Beautiful. I have 2 stacks of decks right here that are mixed decks, y'all. Okay? And I drive people crazy who are OCD because I'm very ADHD.
I can't look at
Josh
the
is
screen
like, don't
right
show
now.
me. This is probably like 15 card decks. And then I've got a whole nother stack right here. So I will pull from those. And then I've got my tarot deck.
I had a friend take my roomie deck and put it out on the table and like spread it around like little kids do when they're playing with cards. And like the whole time I'm like cringing because all of my cards are upright. I don't read reversals. I don't believe in reversals.
For lives, I don't do reversals. I'm thinking about those too.
I don't read reversals ever, period. Like at all. Like no.
Okay. We've got Fidelma Hart. Oh, Melissa. Hi, sweetie. Diana's cracking me up over here. Walking encyclopedias. Dawn, I've been all right. Lupus kicks my butt. Josh understands. Him and I have very similar health stuff too. It's bizarre. My fibro's doing much better because I've started doing ketamine treatments, y'all. The psychedelic treatments. And they work for me. So the fibro's chilled. How deep are rabbit holes? Oh, that's a good question.
I answered that. That was Alice got off on level 1. We're on level 20.
Whoever said you're live on Modern Mystic, I can't see who you are. You're going to have to come on maybe for my business page.
Okay.
Donna,
Okay.
I'm adding Donna.
Just so you know, I just pulled out the Roomy deck too. I'm feeling it.
Go for it. I may pull out some unicorns in a little bit. I don't know, or some witchy one. Where's the red pill? Whoever that is cracking me up, Facebook user. Who are you? You're awesome, and I know you. Hold up. I do know them. Tina says hi. Facebook user said I paid as well. All right, I'm going to find out your identity.
She's going to find out who you are.
I gotta log back in. We will get started in a moment, y'all. Hang with us. Don't leave.
Organization, it's a thing. Tiffany does not have. I love her. I do. I love Tiffany. I do. I love her.
I know it. I'm Bryson. I'm the weird artist who is messy and is unorganized, y'all.
It's funny because I'm typically the messy, or disorganized artist writer too. Like, I've got a table full of books out in the front room. And people are like, how do you find anything? I'm like, I know where everything is. Don't touch my mess. Like, don't touch it. Like, I know where everything's at.
I used to until my parents did an intervention and had a friend of mine come and organize for me. And now I can't find crap.
Exactly.
Oh, Jessica.
Exactly.
Oh my God, Jessica. I knew that was you. I love you, Jessica. You paid in full. So I'm putting you on the list. She's the one that said red pill.
Okay.
She's a very close friend of mine. I got to go hang out with her in Austin. She is in Missouri.
Okay. I used to live in Missouri.
Diana, Pamela, Donna, and Jessica.
I lived in Knobnoster, Missouri for about 6 months.
Hi, Jen. Jen, we can do a pendulum question. So you could, if you have a yes or no question, I can do pendulum for you. Or we can do runes. We can do the partial spread or a full spread. And those are paid. The runes and the pendulum are not.
If you want a big rune spread, I can do a 9 rune spread, but honestly, I would prefer to book that and do that off.
Yeah, that would be a session.
Because I go deep with those. I don't go light with my full readings.
Hey, Cooper, don't message that person, okay? They're a spammer. That Io Wemi Alabi, I'm blocking them. Okay.
Natalie, you don't do reversals either. And see, the thing is, reversals weren't originally read in tarot. That started from a famous reader in the 1700s is when reversals started.
Natalie from South Africa. That is awesome. Natalie says she doesn't do reversals either.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. Can you not hear me?
You were just talking. I don't know. It's got quiet. It was weird.
Okay, because I just talked about Natalie saying she doesn't read reversals, and then you said the exact same thing.
Maybe I didn't. I don't know. It got real quiet. Was it when I was blocking that guy? I might not have been listening to you.
Okay, might have been.
Yeah, my ADHD brain.
Can you hear me?
Yes. We've got Prince Edward Island, Canada.
Nice.
Denise asked a good question. She asked how we do our cards. Do we shuffle them, let them fall out? We all kind of do it differently. Josh, how do you do yours?
I am super careful with the way I shuffle my cards. I'll go back and forth. I don't do corner shuffles. I used to play Magic the Gathering when it first came out.
Okay.
So I played before we had card sleeve protectors for the decks, and we were playing with super expensive cards. And so we learned how to shuffle without messing up our cards. And so that's why I'm super OCD about cards. I'm very protective of them. But usually when I shuffle, a lot of times I'll either shuffle until a card pops out, which is typically what I'll do. But sometimes I'll shuffle and I'll just intuitively feel I need to pull now. and I'll pull wherever it is I feel I need to pull the card from. And I don't always pull from the top. Sometimes I'll pull from the bottom. Sometimes I'll pull from the center, just wherever it is I feel led for that card. Sometimes it might be why I'm cutting the deck and I'm like, oh, that top card on the cut's where I need to grab.
It's the intuition, and you learn your own way. Mine is similar. I was trained kind of in the traditional way. Like, I still tap mine 3 times. I clear the deck. It's always blessed, all that stuff. Since mine are such big mixed decks, and they're oracles, so they're bigger cards, what I do is I get a number in my head. So like when I tune in and we connect to your energy for the reading, I connect to my higher self and I ask for what you need to know for your highest good and for the highest good of all. And then I ask my team to help with this. And I always get a number in my head. So I will see a number in my head and that tells me how many times to shuffle. And then what I do is if cards pop up or fall out, I pull those aside and add those to the spread as well. So
yeah, go ahead, Tiff. I was just going to answer Denise's. She
go
has
for
a couple
it.
of
Here we
questions.
go.
One, this is paid readings, and we're going to offer a couple freebies like pendulum readings and couple rune castings. But part of what you do when you're working with the cards is it needs to be a combination of both your energies, because it needs to be your energy as the reader working with the cards and working with the intuition, and theirs as the sitter with you, working with you with the energy of what it is they are wanting the knowledge of, so you can open up the pathways from finding out what it is you need to say. Like I was talking with someone about this earlier tonight, and the discussion was, if you had 2 readers pulling cards from the exact same decks on the exact same questions, would it be different? And I said yes and no. The cards might come out different, but it's going to lead you to the same place. It's just going to take you a different way. It's going to show you a different way. And what that is because that other reader is part of the factor in that they are bringing their energy, and this is getting filtered through their perspective as well in the process of the creation of reality that you're in a contract with them on.
That is the best explanation, and Brittany called it. Brittany, I love you, by the way. Brittany is one badass witch. She can come up with spells and rhyme them just like that. She's badass. And great with past life readings. She loves your explanation, and it's that combined energy. And that's where, if you have a group fall out like Denise asked, that's important. That group did fall out. And so I'll usually put it to the side, and then I will look at my spread, and I do mine in storytelling, like when I'm doing a live. Or I will do like a Celtic cross if it's one that I'm doing like one-on-one. And then I put them in a story. And then for me, I read them as a story, and I organize them to where they feel like they're going to resonate. Does that make sense? They're a tool. That it's just a tool, and it's symbolism, and it's the colors and the numbers and the meaning behind the cards and the way they speak to you and what they mean to you. Mm-hmm. And that's where you're going to have people, like, they may pull, the same tarot, but they're going to have different interpretations of it, like Josh said, because it's coming from their perspective.
Yes.
I love you.
And that's
Brittany.
one of the things why it's important when you work with someone on readings, that it's someone you connect with, someone that you have a click with, someone that you vibe with. You're like, hey, I want to check that out because I feel a connection there. Where it's not just like, okay, well, this person's offering readings for $10. I got $10 in my pocket, so why not?
I have never, if someone reads for me, it is because I truly trust them to connect to my energy.
Yeah.
That's a very personal thing.
I don't have many people read for me.
Huh?
I don't have many people read for me.
My students have read for me. A lot of my students, when I've taught psychic development, they'll read, and they do practice lives and stuff like that. It's great. It's great practice. We'll have to organize, come up with organizing some classes.
Yeah, I'd be more than willing to do that. I got some friends who will do reads for me, but that's it. I mean, it's like a close circle of friends where it's just like you do. I mean, you have.
Oh yeah.
You know, I've got a couple other friends who will pull cards and stuff that are in that same circle. Yeah.
Denise, I want to point out, if you are not part of the Modern Mystic group, if you're not part of the group, go join it and go look in the files and resources section. I put a bunch of PDFs, books in there that are tarot books. And then if you search tarot, tons of articles, or you can go to, like the topics, and you can search tarot, and it will really help you. I set that group up as a learning group originally. Facebook changed settings, so we've lost some stuff, but it was originally a community learning group. So you will find tons of resources and information there. And that would be a great place to kind of, get a little bit more insight when it comes to tarot. And we also have a group chat. It's our Modern Mystic group chat. I don't know how many people are in there. We got a pretty big group. And any questions you have, there's always someone there to answer your questions. So we can always add you to that group chat as well. Oh, thank you, Josh. Thank you, Josh, for adding that. You are so organized. All right, Brittany, thank you. Yeah, you gotta fill space. Fill safe.
Yes.
Here we go. This is good. What Brittany said.
Yes.
Yes, the cultures, the background. It's that connection.
Well, and see, that's one of the things too, is connecting to people from different cultures. And part of what I do is, in my mystical research, is I look at different cultures. I look at different spiritual backgrounds. I look at the mystical aspect of the world's major religions. So like for Christianity, I look at the Gnostics. For the Jewish belief, I look at Kabbalah. For the Islamic belief, I look at the Sufis, and it goes on and on and on through all the different major world religions. They all have a mystical aspect that gets into working with the energies, into things on a more spiritual level.
That's a beautiful explanation. She says she will for sure. She's done tarot for years, but always on her own. She's solitary. She now wants to be connected with that energy we all come from. Oh, girl, that's that awakening kicking in on you. You can always also send, I'm fine with you sending me a friend request. I do mentoring as well. So we can help you out on that. And in the Modern Mystic group, there's whole sections on spiritual awakening. Hi, Crystal Morissette. I have not done mediumship in a while. It's been a hot minute. Last mediumship I did was a couple months back for a friend of mine. Her grandmother passed away, and the grandmother just like popped in on me one morning, and I didn't even know. I was like, ah, and she had clear messages. In fact, I got a necklace. She sent me a necklace for the mediumship reading for an energy exchange.
So are we gonna start doing readings?
We're starting right now. Let's do Diana. Diana, I pulled from like
almost an hour later. You go
first.
No, you go first. I'm following your lead on this. No,
you go.
No, you.
You.
You. Remember, you're the one with experience doing this.
Okay, fine.
See? She's supposed to be...
I'm the type to jump in the cold water in the deep end anyways.
Well, there you go.
Instead of going in slow. Screw that. That's like torture. I'll just jump off that cliff.
Funny the way we're sitting there bickering about who's going to go first.
Hey, you know what? Being ourselves is important because we're not putting on a fake persona. We are who we are. She's got her pen ready. Diana's a note taker, I'm warning you.
Hold on a second. Let me do something real quick before we start this. Let me launch Streamlabs.
All right. Oh my God, Diana. Some of the same cards that I pulled for you when I did your last reading are popping up, but they're in a different order, girlfriend. And I shuffled this deck like crazy. Yep. That is wild. Absolutely wild.
Okay, so for the record, I'm recording now, so I can technically go back and cut and edit out people's readings.
Oh, that's cool. This records as well.
Okay. I didn't know if it did or not.
Okay.
I've never used this.
Whoa. Did y'all just see that? I just had a card like fly. Let's see what this bad boy is. All right. All right, girlfriend. You've had your tower moment. That's the card that just flew out. And I believe the tower came up for you last time. And this is part of that clearing out the old so that you can make space for the new. And that's that part of that healing journey that you've been working on. And the aspects, the cycles, the patterns, toxic relationships, all of that stuff, that's gone. It's been cleared out. You've had your tower moment. You have been in the position of the hanged man. You are such a deep thinker. And that, sometimes we get stuck in our head, but that's all right. CBD. Hanged man is all about looking at the different perspectives in your life at situations. So if there's any lingering toxic patterns, cycles, things that you're still wrestling with, either external or internal, okay, those aspects of your shadow that you've been working on, the inner child work, if any of that is still lingering, the hanged man is your reminder to step back, to look at it from that different perspective, because that's going to give you that clarity. You got the moon, and that is going to shine light on those shadow aspects. Because you very much have been cocooned here lately. You are walking your own path. You are stepping into your authenticity because you, my dear, are on the spiritual journey. You have your staff and your flame, and you are walking the steps. You're not just talking the talk, you're walking the walk. And with that, you have the Queen of Pentacles, which this one is all about. It's like, for me, it's like the Mother Earth card. It's like the earthly realm. It's where, because of your hard work, things are going to start manifesting for you in the material. You're going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. You're going to start seeing the Nine of Cups, which is basically the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That is success. Anything you touch is going to be turning to gold because you have the Ace of Pentacles. You've been planting your seeds, and it's time for you to harvest some of those fruits that you've been planting. Without question, you need to allow yourself that and make sure you're getting that joy in life. Make sure that you're following your bliss, because that's going to be some of the best guidance for you. Josh, I'll pull an oracle card, but if you want to go, and then I'll do an oracle card at the end.
Well, I've pulled several cards, oracle cards
to
go. And I'm not going by the books with these. I'm reading these oracle cards more intuitively.
That's the way.
So it's kind of funny because Tiffany started off talking about the tower, and the first card I pulled was faith in the process. So have faith in the process that you're going through. You're going through that change. You're having that tower moment. So this card's backing that up. You have a big, bold vision was your next card. So you've got a bigger plan that you're looking at, something that you're looking forward to. But in order for that to come to pass, You're going to have to follow your own rhythm. And that means that you're going to have to go against what other people are saying. You're going to have to listen to your own heart and your own wills and your own desires and not try to conform to what other people are going to try and get you to do to fit into their idea of what that vision should be. Remember, it's your vision and they're along for the ride because it's your job to bring it into form. And so when you're in that process of bringing it into form, it's one of those things that you got to remember that every journey starts with a single step. And it is up to you to step out and step forward in that process. And what's going to help you along that is going to be inspiration that's going to guide you along that process. And as you bring that vision to fruition and you're taking those steps along the road, you're going to fall into the perfection of your life where all of your heart's desires are going to finally start to fall into place.
Synchronicity.
Yeah, so if that didn't kind of fall right in line with your reading.
Yeah, we're in sync right now. She sometimes has doubts in herself, in her abilities, or gets kind of stuck, kind of unsure sometimes of directions to go. There is no wrong path, and I'm supposed to tell you that. You are on the right path. You are making the right decisions that are leading to your growth. Because you, my dear, you already know this, you're a light worker, you're a starseed. All right. And you're on a double mission. And basically what this card means is that you serve the world just by being who you are. It's not about what you do for people. It's about who you are.
I want to bounce back because the card of the every journey starts with a single step. Part of that card in the book, its purpose in there is it says it does not matter what direction you go, take that first step. You do not have to know exactly where it's going to end. You don't know where the journey is going to end, but you have to take that first step in order to start the process.
And she's been doing so much of that, but it's like she's getting to the point to where she's getting ready to take a leap is what I feel. And she's getting ready to spread those wings because she's got the new earth.
That's what the whole have faith in the process is about.
Absolutely. That leap of faith. She got the new earth card. So that's telling me that she's channeling in a lot of light energy. She's going through integrations, and she got the blue flame card, which is all about activations, integrations, spontaneous awakenings. She's leveling up right now. And when we're leveling up, we have to take time for ourselves, for that self-care, self-love. If you're needing rest, Diana, allow yourself to rest. All right, don't stay down too long though. I can do that. Don't do that. Allow yourself to rest and then follow your spark, follow your bliss, because you got Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, and this card, this is that sisterhood of the rose. That one comes up for you a lot. That one is all about seeding the light. You are anchoring in light. You are shining light just by being you. And you're walking your walk. You're talking your talk. You are taking those first steps. Maybe it's time also to take that big leap because you are laying foundations and you've been doing so. You're such a planner. And I'm supposed to tell you, there is a divine plan. You are being guided, and to trust your guidance because it's powerful and beautiful.
Absolutely.
She says she naps.
I nap too. I love naps.
Naps are my friends.
Yes, they are.
Diana, Josh, do you have anything else?
I don't. I don't right now.
That's good. I think that's a wrap. Diana, please let us know if that helped or if that resonates, or if you have any questions. We have a lot of comments up here. Crystal Morissette, oh, I love you. Taryn, how are you doing? I got compliments on the blonde hair. I went from magenta to red, back to blonde, y'all. Victoria Gal, please, I'm watching and seeing. Hi there. Good evening, Kimberly. Brittany says naps are the bomb. Girl, no joke. Diana says that was beautiful. Brittany's in a PayPal. I'll add you to the list, sister.
You are welcome. And I go, like, honestly, when I actually do my readings, I go, like, super way more in depth. Like,
she knows. He reads a lot like I do, Diana. So you get like an hour and a half.
No, you don't. You get like 3 hours. Be prepared for an evening.
They're like falling asleep, and you're like, wait a second.
It's like, hold on. I'm only halfway through, people. Wake up. Come on. Here, drink this Red Bull.
All right, let's see here.
That reminds me, I got an energy drink in the fridge. I might have to take a break.
Those are not healthy for you.
Oh, no, it's one of the healthy ones. It's the Zal. It's the ones that The Rock does.
With the haha?
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. It's his brand. It's called Zal. They're like a healthy energy drink.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't have
I can't do those anymore because of my kidneys.
I don't do them often, so like, and then these are like the only ones I'll do. But like at the same time, I'm drinking a soda. I'm not gonna. You can figure out what company it is.
I've got coffee. Diana said pushed in a good way. That was just that little extra nudge, and I really have a feeling that's what that reading was all about. Is just that reassurance and that extra nudge.
We all need that. Hey Tiff, what color candles you want me to burn? I'm gonna burn some candles. I got my spell box here.
Ooh, purple for me.
Okay. Anybody? I can do up to 5 candles.
Sweet. Anyone want a color? He's got multiple colors. Facebook user says, "Hey Tiffany, glad to see you this evening. It doesn't show your name on here, so you're gonna have to tell me who you are." And
I have black. I have blue. Pamela wants a green. Diana wants a green.
Sweet.
Brittany, you want a purple?
Purple like me, girlfriend. I knew it.
That leaves one more open.
Do black or white?
I'll do a black thing because there is no white in this one.
Do protection. That's a good one.
Denise.
Or pink. Denise said pink. Maybe add pink for Denise.
Okay, I can do pink then for Denise. I'll put the black back and I'll do a pink.
Stubby Hatcher says orange or yellow. Oh.
I only have 5 holders. I got
when the other ones burn down, then you can just restart some new ones.
Right. So if you didn't get your candle this time, let me know and we'll do this the next time around. So we're gonna light some of these candles up.
I don't know why I can't see the Facebook users' names. It's a StreamYard glitch. Hi,
I can't see it. I can't see them
Katie
either.
Since I was 12.
I can't see them either.
You can't.
No. It says
Facebook
user.
It doesn't say. It's a glitch.
Yeah.
Gotta get pink for the love. And Brittany's lighting orange and black for us. Love you, Brittany. Okay.
Thank you so much, Brittany.
Brittany is, I'm telling you, she's a powerhouse.
When I get the new studio.
Oh my God, Taryn. Josh, read the comment.
There's an old school movie that hands out, God knows what the colors.
Oh my God, I love you.
Here, take a green one for protection, take a purple one for protection, take a pink one for protection.
For all protection. Donna, I don't know. I think you see the comments for us stream into one thing, like one place, but you may only see the comment of where you're coming in from. So if you came from one of the groups, you're going to see the comment of people that are in that group watching. If you came from my business page, then it's probably going to have more people. Really? Diana, it says if you join the Modern Mystic group, they are, wait, I don't understand. They aren't showing. Denise is lighting. Oh my God, I can't talk. Denise is lighting a white candle.
Nice.
Karen's laughing.
So when I finally build the new studio, which is going to be in the next room over, which is going to take a few $100s to get all the materials and buy everything and get it all set up. But I'm planning on having a desk set up with a setup where I can have an area where there will be a camera specifically set up for an altar for candle work and stuff like that while we're doing lives.
Yes. I love it. I do Palo Santo, you know that. I do Bailey's blessings. It's absolutely. We need to incorporate more of that. Danielle. Okay. Brittany Danielle says Modern Mystic shows everyone. So if you go in from the business page, it shows all the comments. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate you.
Just so you guys know, I'm using a small little torch to light the bottom of the candles to get them to stick better. I will be right back. Don't freak out.
Go for it. And Pamela, are you still here? Okay, Diana, I understand. Oh, Pamela. Okay. Pamela, you had asked if there's any messages from your spirit guides. But I immediately, and I'm not doing mediumship tonight, but I get a grandma. Her ancestors are like right there. And the message, a main message is for you to pay attention to the clues around you, the subtleties. I know with my grandmother, I'll smell her body powder that she used to wear. It was like an Avon body powder or Avon So Soft. And I don't have Avon So Soft. I don't, I'll be in like my bedroom and all of a sudden it hits me. And it's like, I've had this my whole life where I'll just get random smells. It's one of the clair abilities. But for me, that's my clue to pay attention. I have a feeling that you get goosebumps. And I have a feeling that sometimes maybe you know you're not alone. You get that feeling of unconditional love, that like grandmotherly love. And that's something that's really important is for you to know that, yes, our ancestors on the other side very much do look out for us. And they very much do watch out for us. And life does continue. It doesn't end. There is another side. And your guardian angel, I feel a strong male presence. And I'm getting a feeling that you have some clairvoyance. So that I don't know. It's like when you were a kid, did you used to like stare at shapes in the clouds, looking at the stars, and then sometimes you would see like little sparkles of light or little orbs? I get a feeling that you got some clairvoyance, and that's kind of one of your gifts as well, along with that clair empathy, that feeling. But your guides are right there with you, and your team is right there with you, and you are so loved. You know what? Maybe for like Halloween or Samhain, you could do an ancestor, if this is something you're okay with, but you could do like a little ancestor altar, put up a picture of like your grandmother and some of your relatives that have passed, and just light a candle for them and share that love with them. That remembrance. Josh, did you get anything?
I have been focused completely on these candles.
Do what you gotta do. I'm gonna pull 2 cards for Pamela real quick.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna pull from my crazy mixed deck just to kind of see if I'm on the right track here. Does that resonate, Pamela?
Because guys, the candle holders aren't exactly the right size to the candles, so I've got to melt the candles to get it to fit. So that's what's taken. That's why I'm like over here, like I'm trying to do some like mad crazy science.
Oh, girl. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. There's also a toxic relationship in your life, sweetie. And I'm supposed to tell you, it's time for you to stop the round and round you go. Okay? You're in a pattern and a cycle. You got codependency. That's where I'm getting that empath vibe from you. But you've also got the codependent tendency to end up with narcissistic types. And you recognize this. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself. And it's time for you to set those boundaries. Time for you to stand in your power, stand in your authenticity. Like right now, look, it's a girl reading tarot cards. Seek that guidance. And have that courage to let yourself be seen, because you are going through a beautiful awakening process. And in this process, some of the old has to go. And that codependency pattern, that's got to go. And there's some family toxicity there as well. Childhood patterning, inner child work. Really working with your inner child and recognizing when you are getting red flags that someone is stepping over your boundaries, where someone's being disrespectful to you. It's time for you to stand up for yourself, to clear out that old, sage it all, and get yourself on the right path and break that codependency. That's a big message. I hope that helped, Pamela. Oh, she said that resonated.
Good. Okay, I got the candles going, guys. They're all going
Sweet.
good.
We are surrounded in love and light and protection. And thank you to everyone else who lit candles with us. I've got, mine went out. I need to light some too.
I got my oil diffuser going in here that Tiffany got me.
I had to hook him up with some essentials, man. He was missing some of them.
I lost a lot of stuff when I moved from California. I'm still trying to get everything built back up. So who's next? Donna?
Donna Pope Barnes.
Donna,
reading.
can you say hi in the chat so I can see you?
Yeah, let us know you're still with us. Beautiful. Brittany, look at this. Yes, everlasting flame burning in the night, bringing family close, forever holding you tight. Physically gone, but relationship never ceasing. Loving you forever, never being defeated. May your loved ones always be close. That is a message from her ancestors. Brittany, beautiful. Brittany was picking up on it too.
Hi, Donna.
Do you see how she just writes like this beautiful poetic, like,
yes,
prose?
I absolutely do. I think Tanner's wanting to get in on this one.
All right, let me light some candles. Of course, Pamela. And check out the Modern Mystic group. And if you have any questions, you can always message me.
I'm shuffling right now for Donna. Ooh, candles are really going now.
You're connected to them. They got something to say.
There. There. Going. Except for that one. Come on, little candles, I can. You got this. Right up until I dropped wax on my hand. Holy cow.
I used to have those little chime candle holders, like the ones I sent you.
Yes.
That match the spell candles, because we're using spell candles is what we're using, because color has different associations.
Mine are super tiny spell candles.
You got the little ones. It ended up sending you the smaller ones, right?
Oh no, it's going. It's going. Look at it. It's a brave little candle. It's fighting to go. See? It's fighting.
It's doing it. Mine are like everywhere.
Oh, the flames are dancing all over in here.
I gotta turn on the fan to get a good read on the flames. So.
Well, see, I can't because the AC's on, and if I turn the AC off in here, I'm gonna melt.
You'll start. Oh yeah, that'd be hot. Look at these flames. They are like dancing still. They're just taking off. Josh watched me one time where I asked the flame to go out because it wouldn't go out. And I was just polite. And Kid you not, right?
She kept trying to blow it out and it would not go out. It just refused. Oh, jeez.
So I politely asked the fire element to go out, and it went out just like that. And I was like, all right. Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you, Britt.
I'm still working on pulling cards.
Kimberly, I do classes. I haven't done one in a while. I've got some Facebook groups set up in a class setting where it's got like all the materials in there and all that. If it's okay with you, I'll message you and I can add you if you're interested in like psychic development or something like that. I can add you to one of those classes. And then we could do more of mentoring. And then whenever we do get a next class organized, then jump you in there. Oh my God, Taryn. She says the little candle that can't.
Yeah, I know. It's going. It's got it.
Oh, that's a good idea, Britt. She says, get some clay and put it in the bottom and mold it to the candle. It will harden with the heat and be a perfect fit.
Well, I don't think I'm going to keep using those candles with those. Remember, I'm going to try to get the candles that actually fit.
Yeah, the chime ones, the bigger ones,
Yeah.
the correct ones.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Girl, I use birthday candles. I always have packs of white birthday candles.
Diana asked if we could put Crew down for a small reading.
Crew is her son, and I adore him. How old is Crew, Diana? Is he 8? No, he's 9. Is he 9 now? We can add Crew down. Do you feel comfortable reading for a kiddo? I've done it.
Yeah, I just wish I had some of my more kid-themed decks that I've got on my list to get, because I actually have some themed decks for that I'm wanting to get for when like I'm out at festivals and events. Like if kids want to get readings, I want something that's more oriented towards the kids. Like see, my Nightmare Before Christmas deck would be amazing for that I'm getting. But it's not going to be here until Saturday.
Oh, I know what. I got one. I think.
Donna, I'm pulling your cards right now. I've got one more card to pull for you in this one. So let me see where this goes. Are you working on any projects where you're working with some people right now? Something you're having to collaborate with someone with?
And then I'll pull for Donna.
No? Huh, because what I got, I started off with collaborative dreaming.
Is she really working on connecting to her spirit team? Maybe it's more in a spirit essence.
Maybe. Because
So she's supposed to pay attention to her dreams.
Because what I got right after it is the word wants to be written.
Journaling, dream journaling?
Maybe. That's making more sense. New birth.
Yeah, dream journaling. She needs to start paying attention to the symbols in her dreams.
New birth, guard it vigilantly.
Yes.
Visions
She's got some
of
past
life.
life stuff coming up.
Well, visions of life beyond death.
Yes. Oh, her spiritual connection. She's a growing medium.
Which that kind of follows in with what do you feel?
And the empath.
And you need to trust yourself. I love this card.
They're beautiful. That deck. In which is that Sacred Rebels?
Yeah, this is a Sacred Rebels deck. This is one of my favorite decks.
I don't have that one.
So, in this, Donna, like I was struggling with the collaborative dreaming, but I think Tiff hit it with the dream journaling. Tell you how to work with mediumship. Honestly, that's I can do it, but I do it more intuitively, more naturally.
I mentor.
And so that's a go to Tiff thing.
And I can add you to my older psychic development group, and the Modern Mystic, the big group, there's a lot of information on mediumship. So check there as well. And I can send you some links to some articles, and I have some books I can send you that they're free, they're PDF. But I can add you to like the learning group, and it's more organized as far as mediumship goes.
Denise,
I think she's discounting the information she's getting, and she's doubting herself. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Donna, I mean, as far as it really becomes a matter of trusting your spirit guides and listening to your spirit guides and what they're talking to you, and just open yourself up to that.
She's reprogramming Christian programming.
Oh, that's a hard thing to do. I've been there, done that.
That one's a hard one. I just got it because she worries if something dark is going to come through. Honey, you are so shielded and protected. And learn protection. And I can send you articles and stuff. Learn shielding, learn grounding.
Who do you want to friend you, Denise? Tiffany?
I can. I'm writing your name down. Or you can send me a request too. Or Josh, if it's for Josh. There's something going on. Okay. I pulled some wild cards for Donna. And it goes a lot in line with what you were saying, Josh. And I'm sorry if I kind of like...
No, because I was having trouble understanding that first card, which sometimes it's when I do my readings, that's part of what I do is I take a while to connect with things. And so, like I said, this is new territory for me doing readings
different
like
doing
this.
It live like this. Totally different.
Yeah. Well, and the pace that we move at, because I usually move at a much slower pace. So some of it's learning how to connect differently.
It's different, and it's fast, and then learning to disconnect from the person before you.
Yes.
And clearing that energy before you connect to the next. It's a process.
Hi, Pam.
Oh, Pam. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you. Pam is like our group mother. I love Pam. Okay. I see. I'm just going to call this, okay? I'm going to say what I'm getting. All right, and then I'll show you the cards as I go. All right, Donna, very much with what Josh was saying. You are awakened, honey. And once that genie comes out of that bottle, it ain't going back in. You're awake. And you have gifts that you have doubted, or somebody kind of has made you feel like they're fanciful, or it's imagination, or they make you feel like maybe it's some mental health stuff going on. I've had that. They gaslight us, and then we doubt ourselves. And the thing is that you know your truth. You know that you've been connected to the energetic spirit realm, and you feel it. You have felt it your whole life. I guarantee animals love her. And it's because she's a healer, and she's learning to step into that path, and she's got to let go of that judgment. And when I saw this card, Judgment, it was like, don't worry about the judgment of others, okay? Don't worry, because it's not their path. It's yours. And that's where it's kind of like getting yourself to that place to where that judgment won't affect you at all, because you, my dear, are so gifted. You got the Magician card. You are a natural manifester. Literally.
Can I pop in on this, Tiff?
Yeah, go for it.
I was pulling 2 Lenoramand cards while I was doing it, and I got the Heart in the Garden. And together, the combination of this cards talks about a loving community. So in order to step into your gifts, you need to find a loving community that you feel accepted, that you feel safe, that you feel that you can open up to truly be yourself in. And that's when you will really start to flourish, where you feel like you're not going to be judged because you're looking into things that other people may scoff at or not take seriously, or even say that, oh, well, that's not what you should be doing. It's not their path.
No. And she says she's let go of that. I still feel it's kind of lingering there. And I got 2 cards right in line with what Josh got. I got the Netcaster. It's time for you to prepare for the fruitions to come, because you have been doing that hard work, and it's time for you to shine. And you got Hollow Bone. This is Shaman's Dream. This is a dream card. This one is all about learning your symbolism, learning your own soul language. That's kind of what you've been working on. And I am almost getting a shamanic path. If you haven't read into the shamanic path, talk to Josh. I'm more Wiccan in my path. I do a lot of shamanic stuff. I'm more the hedge witch.
I cover more the druidism and the shamanism.
She's got that, and she's a healer, and she connects to spirit all the time. And it's about learning to step in that power and that teachability. Like Josh said, surrounding yourself with community. It's time for you to find your teacher, honey. It's time for you to find your group. It's time for you to find your tribe. And we can add you to the group chat as well.
And it's not so much find the teacher, it's to find a place where you feel comfortable enough to open yourself up to spirit, to allow spirit to be your teacher.
Good point.
Spirit will come to you. It can come to you solo, so you can gain teachings as a solo practitioner. I did that for years through meditation and deep study. I trained with my spirit guides. They were my teachers for a long time. But then at different points in times, other people would come into my life to be teachers, to teach me different things, to show me new things, to go, hey, check this out. Look, hey. Or like, something that happened a couple of weeks ago. Tiffany's like, hey, have you heard of Lenoramand cards? And I'm like, no, show me. And now.
Yeah, I did a reading for him and he was like, yes.
Oh, well, like halfway through the reading, I'm interpreting the cards that she's laying down.
I was like, here, look at them, sending in pictures. She also got the Queen of Wands. And this is about her having that success. And I really feel like you said community, and it may not, you're right. It may be about working with her spirit team more and that teachability, and then surrounding yourself with that knowledge.
It's not just that. It is that community where she feels safe, the people that she feels safe, people that she can relate to, that she can talk with, that she can discuss ideas and concepts with, and feels safe, feels connected, feels like she can be her true, authentic self without judgment.
That goes perfect. Because this one, Queen of Wands, it says you're capable and fierce. It's time to root into your purpose and boldly step into the limelight of your life. The Queen of Wands radiates creativity and passion. Wherever she goes and when she enters a room, her exuberant charisma and confidence are palpable. Don't be afraid to be the center of attention. And for goddess sake, girlfriend, stop acting small in order to make those around you feel more comfortable. All right? Make sure fiery bursts of productivity are accompanied by laughter and gratitude, connection, appreciation, and love. It's okay to hold a shadow in all of this light. Don't push it down so deeply that you can't find or openly share. Past failures, all right, that have held you back, they don't define you. It's time for you to transmute some of that shadow, some of those self-doubts. Sit with it briefly, then light that sucker on fire, sister, because you don't need it anymore. And the affirmation is, I fill my world with an intense light that connects and incites passion. And you got the world card.
She just happens to talk about fire. Why I am playing with fire. I'm actually lighting a Palo Santo stick.
Right as I'm saying fire.
Literally, as you were saying fire, I was holding the torch up as you said it.
Synchronicity. The world, the affirmation for this one. I accept this gift of completion. You're coming to an end of an older cycle. You're metamorphosizing. You're transitioning into some newer versions of yourself. And it's time for you to accept this gift of completion. And I ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness because I am loved. You got this. You got this. And I'm going to add you to the groups.
I lit up that Palo Santo stick, and over here it looked like I was in a Cheech and Chong movie for a second.
Oh, she has a question. I've done mediumship on lives. It's just, it gets really hard because there's just so much energy and it takes time.
Donna, can I take this one?
Go for it.
Donna, one of the things that you need to work with, there is actually someone I can put you in contact with. Her name is Mary Tellalino. Used to go by Mary Gooseman. If you go to the Breaking Reality YouTube channel, which I can link here into the chat in just a second.
Maybe give her her name in the chat when I add her.
Mary is a death doula. And Mary actually works with the dead and the dying, and she works with people that deal with death on a regular basis. As a hospice nurse, Mary's got a really good program right now where she does some training for people as a death doula. And as a hospice nurse, that might be something that you might be interested in stepping into in that training.
Can you explain what a death doula is? Because that sounds kind of creepy, but I know what it is.
Go for it.
No, you explain. You're going to be.
Oh! I thought you said you was going to explain it.
No,
so I'm
no.
right,
I asked you.
Oh no, a death doula is just like a birthing doula. It is someone who helps someone prepare for their end of life transition. So if it's someone that is terminal, they come in to help them prepare for their life on a spiritual level, on a financial, a physical, like those help set up, their funeral arrangements, their financial arrangements, get their will taken care of, set all that stuff up for them. They'll ask things like, all right, when you're coming to your final hours, is there anything special you want in the room? Do you want any special flowers? Do you want a diffuser with certain oils? Do you want certain music playing to make that transition that whole thing? They're there to be a servant to this person during the dying process to help everything transition as easily as possible, but they go into more as well. One of the things Mary does is she works with her team on learning how to set up what they call a legacy for the people. And so like they'll do like scrapbooking projects or stuff like that they can leave a legacy program or like a legacy of their life and stuff for their family to look back at. But then also on another aspect of it, from a spiritual aspect, there's a whole side of helping the soul cross over at that point in time as well.
Transitioning, especially like with dementia, Alzheimer's patients. Sometimes they need that little bit of assistance.
And what a lot of this does is it can get into a lot of really deep shamanic work. At least from my perspective, I see it as shamanic work. It might be other stuff. But what they do is they help the soul transition from this realm to the next realm and actually take the soul to their ancestors, where their ancestors can take control at that point in time and help guide them through the transitions.
I love that. like as a Reiki master, I know that there's been a lot more Reiki practitioners starting to work within the palliative care and helping to soothe and helping to ease them into that transition. But this goes to that next level. That's an extra, that's really taking it, to that next level of almost being like a guide. That's beautiful.
Yes, it does take it to a whole different level. It does take it to a next level. And it's a whole process of helping the person understand the dying process, so they do it, they face death with no fear. They help work this person through that. Tiffany can help you with Reiki. She can help with that training as well.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm board certified, and I teach and certify in Reiki, and I've taught, certified multiple classes, in multiple traditions. So we can talk about that as well. I added you to the group chat. I did want to add in, like what Brittany said right here, that transition into life and transition into death, they are so sacred. And for some reason, and it really, my voice starts cracking. The way our Western society has gotten away from the community aspect with our elders really, really bothers me. And our elders end up in, a rest home somewhere and dwindling, where they're the knowledge, they're our roots, they're our part of, that's part of that transition. And in like shamanic cultures, they were so revered. And it's like, I feel that we have like a disconnect that so many of us are trying to get back to. We're getting back to those roots. We are feeling that call, like, to break this Western culture mold that some of us have gotten stuck in. And Brittany is amazing right here.
Brittany was spot on with the shamanic community, and I do think it is a thing that you're already called. You've already got the skills of working with as a medium. You're already a nurse. You're already working in hospice.
It's time.
Take the fact that death is your calling. Death is not a bad thing. It is, like Brittany said, death is a very, very sacred, it is a very beautiful thing. And we need more people in the medical community who understand death, not just from a scientific standpoint, but from the point of being able to work with it on an emotional and a mental and a psychological and even a spiritual, which I know that gets into crossing some boundaries. That's why you bring the clergy in. But even on the spiritual aspect with the patients, and especially when you're doing stuff in a hospice setting.
Absolutely.
I have a sister that's an ER nurse who works with Reiki, who is a very deeply spiritual.
Reiki's amazing for nurses. Girl, I will send you the manuals.
She's the one that wants to get her master certification and hasn't got it yet because she just hasn't had the money for it.
We'll talk. Right when I said that, the purple candle literally, like, a big part of it melted off. That was bizarre.
Absolutely, Brittany. So would it be. And Donna, definitely. And Donna, definitely. Feel free. I'm in that group, Donna. Feel free to reach out to me on stuff. I'll put you in contact. I work with things from a shamanic practitioner standpoint and a druidic practitioner standpoint. But I'm honestly an ominist, so I work from all standpoints. Like I study openly and like I don't limit myself.
No, don't limit ourselves.
There's some fields that I know are not my specialty, and I don't dive into those.
Diana has a point. What was the first card?
For me?
Yeah.
For her was the collaborative dreaming.
That's part of a project that she needs to work on. It may not be dream symbology. What it could be is collaborative dreaming that she can do with community and start herself on really furthering her path.
Brittany, I'm a combination of like Native American, the shamanism of the Native American, that medicine person belief, the Celtic Druidism, the Norse, along with like the Aesir. Obviously I'm a man, so I wasn't a vulva or wouldn't be considered a vulva, but
I don't know who you are, my Facebook user, but if I certified you, I adore you, and I send you a hug.
Yeah, we're having problems seeing who the Facebook people are.
Taryn. Okay. All right. She asked if it's possible to pick up on what's going on with her and getting into her own healing business, or any messages my guides would like to know that I'm just not picking up the signs.
Nice, Brittany.
What did Britt say?
I was trained by a shaman Cherokee and then went Old Irish.
She was. Brittany is, I'm telling you, she's a freaking powerhouse.
I'm Cherokee, and my training, my Native American training was Lakota Sioux.
I'm not Native American. I'm like, well, you've seen mine. I'm Scottish, Viking, and Germanic. Oh, it's Tiffany. Hi, sweetie. I'm wearing the necklace that you made.
And any of you can feel free to hit me up. Just if you go to friend me personally through the page, message me and let me know who you are, because I am careful about who I add.
Donna, this will be up on both pages, and Josh is recording it, and I can download a version and send it to you as well. Oh, someone said, "Baby girl, miss your face." I don't know who you are, but thank you.
If you got a paid reading from us, I'd be more than willing to dive back in and just clip the reading section out and pull out for you and send over to you.
We've got Jessica and Brittany.
Paid readings?
Yep.
Okay, let's get paid readings taken care of for people, so we can get that taken care of.
And then we can get back to some of this.
If you want to do a paid reading, here is... Oh, hold on. That is the wrong link. Hold on. I've got to go find that link.
Oh! I just love y'all. Y'all are so awesome. Oh, Denise, we ain't going to forget you, baby. Veronica. Okay, sweetheart. I got you, boo. I hope you're feeling better. I've been thinking about you. Brittany, I will go look to see if there's the note on PayPal. I got a secret
and then
note.
we gotta do crew as well.
Oh yeah, we got crew because he's got to go to bed.
Yeah, let us do crew real quick, and then we will go forward.
Yeah, let's do that. Jessica, is that cool with you? Oh, there's Tiffany Teachout, Tiffany Bunch. Oh my God, girl. Tiffany's on live with me.
We're just gonna do a tiny little one for crew, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I love you, sister. I miss your face. Tiffany's a Texas girl, like me. Man, I hate these "I'm not a robot" things, and it shows you like that collage of finding the traffic light.
Yeah.
Okay, I got this.
I'm trying to figure
You
out
think it
which
includes the
deck...
poll, or is it just the lights?
Just the lights.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, it helps if I can hold on to the cards and not drop the whole deck at once, because I don't think that's the reading.
Yeah, that'd be a big old chunk right there.
42 card spread!
Oh, we got Pamela as well. Pamela. She didn't even tell us. Pam. Katie.
Yeah, well, she just said at
2:14.
She said you should have me too. Set payment.
Huh?
Pam said at 12:14. She said you should have me too. I sent payment.
We got her.
She told us.
When my brain is in different directions, I don't know. Katie, girl.
Crew, I'm pulling out the Roomy deck for you, man.
Crew is awesome. He is so spiritually awakened. He's a little old soul, and he is interested in magic and probably hearing you talk about druidism.
Well,
this kid is awesome.
Then, Crew, I'm pulling out the Roomy deck for you, buddy. And I suggest you look up some Roomy. He writes poetry. I don't know how old you are, but if you can read some poetry, Roomy writes some really deeply spiritual poetry. He was a Sufi, which is one of the Islamic mystics. He was a very, very wise man. He was an inventor, a creator, a writer, a lawyer. Just brilliant mind. And wrote some of the just most beautiful poetry in the world. And you probably hear a lot of his lines. Oh, thank you so much for following Breaking Reality, Donna. But you probably hear some of the lines from his poetry quoted a lot in spiritual circles, Crew. Like, I went searching for God and found only myself. I went searching for myself and found only God.
Okay, we've got... I'm going to go with Crew. I know what to do. I'm going to use the Universe Has Your Back deck. This one's great for affirmations. They have a tarot deck for kids. Diana.
Oh, there's several tarot decks and stuff out there like that.
She had looked at getting him into cards. I don't know if she'd ever got him any.
Well, they have spell whose name? Crew? CRU? Isn't that how it was pronounced? Crew?
Yeah. Crew.
Oh, Roomy. Oh, RUMI. Roomy.
Yeah. Diana, a lot of the quotes that I post on Modern Mystic that I make, they're Roomy quotes. Roomy is like one of my favorite mystics. That Oracle deck Josh has is amazing.
And this was a gift from a friend. I absolutely love Roomy. Yes, it's said like that. But it's RUMI, Roomy.
We just had a Grand Rising person. We got rid of them. Grand Rising, Diana!
So the first card that I got for your Crew is the right choice. So these cards are going to all kind of... I done 3 cards for you, buddy. They all go right in order. So the right choice with the courage of your love. So when you're trying to make your right decision, stand in the courage of your love of who you are, of your higher self, of your higher being, because you know, as a spiritual being, love is the language of creation. And that is the highest vibrational frequency that we can understand and work with and operate from. So when you're trying to work with those, stand in the courage of your love and arise, which by arise, stand tall, stand strong. Don't cower. Don't be afraid. Because as long as you are standing in the courage of your love and you're making the right choices, you will be protected. Look right here. There's a guardian angel right there protecting over, telling them to rise. Don't be afraid. Stand true and stand tall to yourself. Yeah, I've got stuff to drink, so yeah. But I cough a lot. That's just something that happens with me. We both have autoimmune issues and stuff, and that's something that can happen with some of it.
What? The coughing?
Yeah, the coughing a lot and stuff.
Yeah, and my allergies are kicking my butt. Okay, crew, buddy. I'm going along right with what Joshua was saying to you. These cards are affirmation cards. And the way these work is I'm going to read what the affirmation is. I'm going to tell you what I feel it means for you. And number 1, you are protected. You are the loving energy of the universe. And when we say universe, that's kind of a word that we use for God, for creator. So you are a creation of God. We all are. We all have that divine spark. And you feel that so strongly within yourself. You are so sensitive. You are so empathic. Maybe ask your mom what an empath is. She'll be able to help you out with some of this stuff, because I'm getting that school right now is getting a little bit stressful. Okay, I'm kind of going off topic here, but school's a little bit stressful right now at the beginning. I know you're adjusting to the new schedule, you're adjusting to new classmates, all that stuff. Know that it's going to even out. And some of that's also because you are a highly sensitive person. You are very empathic, and you're very much picking up on the feelings and the emotions of the people, places, and things around you, because you are being reminded to honor how you feel. And this is important. And learning how to work with your emotions and being able to tell what your emotions are, what you're feeling, versus what you're picking up on from other people. Because when you lean on certainty and faith, you can change your own mind about how you see the world. Because you can manifest change. Oh my gosh, Diana, when I did their aura readings a long time ago, did he have a bunch of violet and indigo? I'm trying to remember, because I know I read for all 3 boys. I'm really getting that he is kind of like that next wave of some of these indigo kids that are coming in, and like with Dolores Cannon, some crystal children. All right, he's got I just saw it in my head. He's got a lot of purple, so that's that divine connection to his own higher self. He's very in contact with his higher self. And crew.
That's kind of funny, because I just pulled a single rune for crew.
Oh, sweet. What is it?
Let's get it to focus. Come on, focus in there.
I'm not getting close to the camera.
Yeah. It's ANSUS, and it stands for mouth, communication, understanding, and interpretation are the 4 different things that it can stand for. And so in combination with those, I think part of his saying is learning to become brave and strong in his communications and speaking out the truths that he is seeing and understanding, because of being part of that next wave of spiritual leaders. They start young. They young. Those who are called to this all start young. Like I started at 15, my path.
And he's part of that wave. You know, we all choose our parents. We all choose, the certain paths and people in our lives. And Diana, he chose you as his mama. He's like your little mini me. And what Josh is saying is spot on. Learning to, Josh, do you think it's also like learning to be comfortable with feelings and emotions as a guy?
Well, yeah, and that's one of the things. One of the big things is, especially in what age range are we looking at? Did you see like junior high?
Um,
or younger?
Diana, how old is Crew? Oh, Veronica. Oh, thank you. Crew is... Her kids are older than 7th grade.
Okay, so he is
grade.
right. He's right at that age where he's starting to work with emotions. And especially if he's highly sensitive, he's going to be more in tune with emotions, where a lot of boys are getting that, like, John Wayne cowboy bullshit mentality of what masculinity is supposed to be. John Wayne was a freaking actor, okay? He acted on screen. That's not how he was 24/7. And I was raised with that, you know, guys have to have this kind of mentality BS, and no, stop it. It's okay for a guy to have feelings. It's okay for a guy to have emotions. It's okay for a guy to cry. It's okay for a guy to be sad, you know, and it's okay for them to feel these emotions. What is not okay is bottling that crap up under some kind of idiotic idea that that is masculine, and that's what masculinity means, is to bottle up your emotions and not address them. Honestly, Diana, if you want, I would love to work with Crew as just kind of a masculine spiritual figure and just kind of take him on and teach him some stuff if he wants. He can just, I mean, it can come through you. It doesn't even have to be like me and him direct. You can be like a medium person and just reach out to me if he's got any questions and stuff. I'll make myself an open resource to him.
Oh my gosh, be still my heart. This is pivotal.
This is what we're supposed to do. This is what we're supposed to be doing as spiritual leaders, is looking at the younger generation and going, hey, I don't have kids, so my job is to teach others. I don't have my own children. I don't have someone I'm going to pass this knowledge down to. And so it's my responsibility to work with others to do this. And I've worked in Christian churches as a youth pastor and as, you know, an associate youth pastor and stuff. It's one of those things that working with the youth and getting them that knowledge that they need so they can set their path. And the thing is, I don't want to tell him what his path is, because that's not my job. My job is to give him the tools so he can explore it himself and let him go.
And look what Brittany said. Brittany messaged me and she asked me if Diana, she's tapped in. She asked me what he looked like, and she was spot on. Brittany says that she got that mental picture, and she did ask me if it was him, and it is. He is meant to do great things. And I really get his path is so beautiful. These are the game changers, y'all. These are our future generation.
Yeah, no problem, Diana. And like, honestly, you can start opening up that path of communication right away. If he's got questions that he wants to start getting answers to, like, start sending stuff over to me and I'll start getting responses sent back over, like after the show tonight or tomorrow or whenever. I'll start responding back and opening up avenues of communication and stuff so that he can, you know, well, this is what this is about. This isn't about us coming on and reading some cards and saying, all right, there we go. Cool. We had a fun evening. Let's go on our way. It's
connection.
Yeah. Well, it's that community that we was just talking about. I mean, we was literally just discussing
with Donna.
You know, the whole aspect of we need to make this, you know, she needs community. That's what this is.
That is absolutely what this is. Diana says, I'm not crying. Y'all are crying. Denise says she loves it. And Mina, hi there. We are doing, you'll see it on the bottom on the scroller. We're doing a free yes or no pendulum questions or runes. And it's, $10 for a small spread, which is still a lot, or $20 for a full spread. And Brittany's worried about us. She's like making sure we're doing good.
It's like you got something to eat, you got something to drink. Did you take your vitamins today?
Tiffany, did you take your medicine? I got to introduce you to this young man, or to this gentleman. I've been working with Leon for a while. And
Hi, Leon.
Leon, this is Josh. Y'all too, I need to introduce y'all. Leon has been on the path and his gifts have exploded.
Why am I not seeing messages from him?
It didn't show up?
Not on my... Oh, there it is. There it is. I see it. It was on up. It scrolled off my screen. It scrolled off my screen.
I love you, Britt. It's a great group of people within Modern Mystic, and the group chat is phenomenal. She says crew loved it.
Nice. Awesome. Sweet crew.
All right. We got Jessica. Jessica may be in bed. She's got some vacation stuff she's getting ready for. If she's gone to bed, I'll just do a card reading. Or we can get with her and do a card reading and schedule one with her sometime.
Okay. Is Jessica here?
I don't know. She hasn't. I asked earlier and I never got an answer. Brittany is after Jessica. Pam, are you still here? I think Pam might have gone to bed.
I see Brittany.
Katie, are you
Jessica,
still here?
Jessica's still here. Let's do
Jess.
Jessica.
She stayed up for us.
Okay, let's see.
I love you, Jessica. Hi, Brittany. How are you doing, girl? It's been a long time. and then we got Veronica.
Pam's still here, so let's get the people that are going to have to go to bed soon.
Yeah.
Done.
Jessica, Pam, and we'll move faster. I'm going to do tarot for Jessica. It's kind of hard, Josh, like when you're really close to somebody and you know so much about them. It's kind of hard sometimes doing readings for them.
Well, see, that's weird because, yes and no. For me, it allows me to get more intuitive on the reading.
True, good.
But also at the same time, it can be hard because sometimes you can allow one thing to cloud the reading more than what you're looking for.
I'm cracking up, Brittany. Dude, laughing is good energy.
Oh yeah, I'm wanting to actually do an episode on the show about laughter is the best medicine. I've got a couple of comedians I'm trying to get to come on. One of them was actually one of the comedic writers for the Drew Carey show.
Damn, her cards are like so freaking powerful. There we go. Bam.
Well, yeah, you should see what I'm getting right now.
Hey, it's some powerful. I've got cards literally like freaking flying out of the deck. Whoa.
Yeah, I was only going to do 7 cards and ended up with like 8
I've
or
got
9.
a chunk that just...
I'll start if you're not ready, because I am.
You go for it.
So I'm going to run through the cards kind of quick because they kind of fall into a pattern, Jessica, at least the first few. So, have you been listening through the truth, or you're seeking something, you're trying to discern the truth in a matter, whether it be spiritual or of the heart or just something on your path and in your life that you're on? If so, because what's going on is you're listening for the truth, and that truth is going to be heaven sent. You're going to get a divine message. You're going to get divine inspiration. That is going to give you this message that you've been waiting on, this information that you've been waiting on. And you're going to obtain that by focusing on the light.
Yes.
So you're going to focus on the light, which means turn away from the love, your negative thoughts. Turn away from negative self-talk. Turn away from the like looking at all the doom scrollers and all that stuff. Turn away from all that crap. Get away from any of that stuff. And I'm not saying go to the point of like everything's you know, cotton candy clouds and rainbows and stuff, because that's not reality. But we also get really fixated on the dark and on the negative, and with the focus on the light, turn to the positive, focus on that. And when you start focusing on the light, you're going to start to bring that message into form. And so it's going to take a form of whatever it is it was supposed to deliver to you. So if it was something about a love life or something along those lines, or if it was going deeper into a journey, into a lesson, into a study that's going to come to pass, maybe a new mentor or a new teacher will be coming to your path, because you need to be open to receiving something that is in the world but not of the world. And so in this, you're going to receive something that will be beneficial for you here, but it's not necessarily a material type of item that you're going to be gaining. And this will give you some critical inspiration that you need, but that inspiration is also critical for you to continue to have faith in the process, that the journey and whatever it is that first initial question that you were seeking answers to is coming to pass.
I'm right there with you, and I'm going to be able to add more to that.
Go for it.
In one moment. I'm trying to remember. Well, I know with this. Okay. I think, Jessica, you have the light seers, right? And the affirmations for these are really powerful. And I'm feeling for several of them that I can send you the affirmations later when we get done. Number one, the hero font. You, my dear, are walking that path of connecting. You are going up the stairs towards that light. You are a light worker. You are a healer. You are gifted. You got the High Priestess card. All right. You know this about yourself. You do. It's just that there's almost like, and I see the cards kind of went, there's this time period where it's like you are going to have a transition in your lifestyle. You are going to move from the corporate world into doing your dream. You are going to be working in your own shop. You are going to be doing Reiki and healings and crystals, and because that is part of your path. That's part of your dream. It's part of your manifestation. And as that High Priestess, you got the Ace of Wands. That means that you've got that power of manifestation. What you put your mind to is manifesting. So like what Joshua said about staying away from some of that negative stuff. You know, you've been doing so good with that, about setting boundaries, about, releasing toxicity from your life. People that aren't good to you, you've been letting them go. And that is part of the process, because it's time for you to stand your ground. It's time for you to know that you are doing the right thing. You've got to release what is no longer serving you. And it doesn't have to be all at once, of course. It's like peeling layers back on an onion. And I've said that saying like 3 times tonight. That's like a theme. Releasing what no longer serves you. Standing in your authenticity, because you cannot give up yet. You've got the 7 of Wands. All right, this one does signal the need for extra protection, because haters are going to hate. And when you start shining, when you start stepping out, there's going to be those that are just crabby hater type people that, are whatever. But you've been standing up more for your beliefs, more about who you are, standing more in that truth, because you are walking your path. You are going in the right direction. You have Pentacles, both of these, all right? You've got the 9 of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles. Both of these are about abundance. Both of these are about taking that spiritual, taking that dream, taking that leap of faith, knowing that you are supported. That came up earlier too, leap of faith. That keeps coming up. And knowing that the material world is going to reciprocate you. You are going to be well compensated for your skills. And there will be success.
That might be what that might be the difference in the card of where I said to receive something it's not of the world, but it's in the world. That's
the material aspect.
Yeah.
That's that manifestation, because she got the High Priestess and, with the Hierophant, with the Ace of Wands. These are all about that manifestation aspect. These are all about that power that we have as creators.
You're right.
And following and you're already connected with your divine self. You're already connected with your higher self, your angels team, spirit guides. She's right there.
And the one thing in the manifestation that I want to touch on is on that, avoiding the negative. Part of manifestation is having gratitude for things that are coming before you have even received them. So part of that is, in order for these things to manifest, if you're wanting to get out of the corporate world and get into your own shop, you have to stop having the mentality of, I hate this job, I hate going here every day, because that negativity, even though it's against something that you don't like, will actually impede blessings and manifestation from coming to you, because you're putting up energetic blocks that is preventing those things from coming to pass. So when you change it to, you know what, I'm glad I've got this job, I can continue to work this to pay the bills, to support the things I need to do while I'm working on my dreams and my goals, and this is helping me along the way. Not only is that going to change the way that you look and perceive at things every single day, it's going to open up those energetic pathways for that to start to come to pass.
Ooh. She says she is working on that. Not blocking herself.
Yeah.
And being mindful of that. Girl, you know me, I will start ruminating. And I start going down the spiral. And my people have to pull me out sometimes, because it does get hard. And that's where, know that you're not alone. You got the big happy family card. You got the 10 of Cups. I love this card. Know that you are not alone, and you are so supported. You have got your sisters around you. You've got your balcony people. And when you start spiraling, we're supposed to help get you back on track.
So,
and you're supposed to help us too. It's a give.
You're right. It's not easy to get out of your own way, because you're the one that's in your head 24/7, 365. The way you do that is by learning how to take control of your thoughts and of your actions and start learning, hey, this isn't going to work for me, so I'm not going to ruminate on this. I'm going to start thinking of something else that is a better connection. And so that's how you start changing those thoughts. That's how you start shifting those thoughts. That's how you start going from that negative mindset. Like, negative thoughts are still going to pop up in your head. Don't think that
that's part of our human condition.
That's going to happen. Don't think that just because a negative thought pops up in your head that you're keeping a negative mindset. That's going to happen.
And don't shame yourself either, because I used to do that too.
No, don't shame yourself at all. But what you do is you don't ruminate on that negative thought. You push it out of your head and you pull something in that is positive, that reflects what it is you are looking for. Now, that doesn't mean avoid negativity in life, because there's bad shit that happens in life and stuff. Yeah, and you've got to address and, approach these things. But it's about having that proper balance. And then the thing is, even with the bad stuff that happens in life, it is a matter of looking at it from the standpoint of, okay, this really shitty thing just happened. What is the lesson to learn here?
Looking at it as like lessons. What do I gain from this? You know what I just pulled? No shit. I pulled the meditation card.
Yep.
I know she meditates and she listens to that biohemisphere binaural beats at night, but I don't think she's getting enough time really to like decompress from her career job, shifting into mom and wife and all the roles she plays, and then not getting that extra time to really just be with herself. But you are going to have that time because you are going on vacation to Italy. Like now, she's leaving tomorrow.
And that may be very much the tipping point of while you're on this vacation, make sure you take that time to get out. And even if you have to just say, hey, I'm going down to the beach or the villa or wherever it is you're staying, I'm going to go down there and I'm going to chill for the next 2 hours by myself. Leave me alone. No kids, no husband, no one. Just go get some peace, get some quiet, take a book with you, take some music, whatever it is you enjoy.
And just be. She needs to be in the now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and if you're having trouble not being in the now, look up Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now. Yeah, amazing book talking about being in the present.
I think she has that book. That's a good one. I need to read that one again.
Well, yeah,
I have
Brittany,
problems with
what I'm
that
saying
too.
is, especially if you're a mother, you don't know what alone time is anymore. So if you get the opportunity to get that weird, strange thing, snag it while you can get it.
Go sit in the bathroom for like an extra 10 minutes. Now I know why my dad was always in the bathroom. So that was a sanctuary. Something else, I pulled a few oracle cards which go with what we were talking about for Jess. The Great Awakening, Jess. You are getting those intuitive hits. You are correct with your intuition. Okay? And it's all part of that Great Awakening because it is coming together. And that is where you will be releasing some extra doubts, some extra heaviness, some inner child stuff. That is going to be releasing from you and becoming unblocked because you have been like chipping away at some of that. And you are right there. You are right at that cusp because you are being divinely guided by the fates. The fates are on your side. And girl, you had the 4-leaf clover. You got serendipity. You've got luck on your side. Like the luck of the Irish. She's Irish. She's got an Irish.
There you go.
I hope that helps. Josh, do you have anything else?
No, I don't on that one. I think I am pretty much tapped on that one.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Brittany says she's watching us in the car.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And then Diana says she's learned it's 6 hours that the kids are at school. She just got her littlest in school. And so she's kind of been having empty nest. But there's also that freedom.
And so, if you guys are wanting a reading and you haven't got one, I actually clicked on that and Tiffany moved it. Right there is the PayPal.
What happened?
I think you clicked and moved it, or it moved on its own. Right. Oh, okay. Then it's moving on its own. Stop moving on your own. Is right there's the PayPal link if you guys want to go ahead and get a paid reading.
Yeah, then we'll start wrapping it up because we're going on 2 hours. Pam, Katie, and Veronica. Pam. Pamela. Katie, you here? Sorry, guys. Josh. I knew we would work good together. I knew it.
I'm only really connecting with one of
Brittany,
my
I got
decks.
Brittany.
I'm only really connecting with one of my decks tonight too. That's funny because like the other ones I'm like picking up and I'm just like no.
I know
no.
Pam needs to go to bed.
Yeah, let's do Pam and then
Brittany.
and then we'll
Brittany, Katie, Veronica.
And I'm here.
It says, I don't know if Facebook is that. Katie,
Yeah,
that's Katie.
Okay, that's Katie.
Katie knows me from skating rink days.
Oh, that goes back.
Katie will tell you, I was like one of the fastest girls, man. Don't mess with me. I was a skater kid.
I broke my leg skating when I was 5, so I never skated again.
I lived there. That was my first job, was at the skating rink. I was a floor guard and worked the snack bar. And all right. Sometimes, oh God, she's cracking me up. Like with you and that one deck, like, you're really connecting to that deck. And so you have like 20 decks and you always go back to that one. I'm the same way. Oh my gosh, Brittany, you were a speed skater? I still got my inlines, girl. When I would get my theater, when I was still teaching theater, every year we would go to the rollercade in San Antonio. And the kids like wouldn't believe me, right? They'd be like, oh, she's at that. I would get on those skates and I would blow past them. And I still got it. I'm not in shape. Well, definitely, I wouldn't try now, but then I was still like about 5 years ago, I was still pretty good. But they would make me race the boys.
So speaking of decks, I can't connect to.
That ISIS one, I can't connect to that one either. Jessica loves that one. Jessica, do you have the ISIS deck? You can do some deck swapping.
It is a gorgeous deck. Well, I want to hang on to this because I'm digging it more as just like a teaching learning tool on ISIS. And then when Erin gets here, I'll let Erin see it and see if she connects to it. Erin might connect to it. Who knows?
Oh man, my laptop. Brittany, I did Derby as well.
It's got some nice art.
I'm right here. I'm plugging in my laptop.
But you think she would learn to plug in the laptop when we get ready to start?
I only had 3 plugs, and I had to plug my phone in. I have my Himalayan salt lamp, and then I got my ring light, man.
You need more plugs.
Yeah, I do. I'm unplugging my Himalayan lamp.
It's a gorgeous deck, and like I felt a calling to pick it up. It's just as far as doing readings from it, I cannot do a reading from that deck at all. Yeah, Tiff and Electronics. I am a little concerned right now. Like,
oh, you don't want to see this plug that I'm plugging these into.
I hope there's not like.
It's like me in fire when I scared you when I did that Bailey's blessing. When I had those flames kicking up and you're like, oh my God.
Thought she was going to burn the house down. She was doing an abundance blessing spell. And next thing I know, she's like, all right, I'm going to burn these bay leaves. And she throws like 5 bay leaves into the the
My
cauldron all
cauldron.
at the same time, and it just goes up in a big flame. It's just like, okay, pyrotechnics.
I have burnt myself. I have witnesses. I think Diana and Jess were there for that one when I caught my shirt on fire.
Thought she was going to catch her hair on fire that night.
My eyelashes and beyond. Yeah, Tiff in electronics. Diana will tell you, my phones are always dead. And I have a brand new Samsung Ultra 21. And this sucker, badass, but I drain batteries, man. I get a strip tip. Well, I could go in different directions on that one, but I know what you mean.
I think we need different music if that's the direction it's going.
I have an extra one.
This lo-fi hip hop beats is not going to do it.
I'll do a different one. I'll be right back.
Oh no! I'm saying that's fine.
It's kind of getting on my nerves.
Oh, okay.
How did I?
She's like, how did I set this up?
I don't remember. Oh, there it is.
Once again, Tiffany and technology.
I'm like one of those that has to refigure out stuff, like, as I go along. Yeah, that lo-fi is kind of eh.
I'll send you one that's all like, it sounds like we're in a Celtic tavern or something.
That would be cool. If it has to be rights, the safety, whatever, copyright,
yeah, I know. It's like 3 or 4 hours of sounding like you're in like a medieval fantasy tavern.
Oh, that's cool. Pam. Oh, dearest Pam.
I'm going to let you start with Pam.
Give me a moment. I'm getting this other deck because I'm feeling that other one is not the one. Why do I have a random tarot card there? I don't know. Huh.
Because you read from like 10 different decks at once and they get all mixed and discombobulated and everywhere. And so you're going to do a tarot reading. You're going to be like, huh, there's the card missing. Where's this card go?
Oh, it happens to me all the time. I just go with it. Oh,
like half of our major arcana is missing out of a deck.
Holy crap. It's all like from this awakening deck, and I didn't have those. Okay, I shuffled it. All right. First things first, Pam, number one, you know how much I love you and I adore you. Pam has been with me since I hadn't started my own group yet. I had just started stepping out, doing lives and card readings and helping out with other groups. And Pam has been with me basically from the start. So Pam is like the trusted mama bear. And something that is so important is surrounding yourself with your birds of a feather, because that saying birds of a feather flock together, and it's kind of a theme that has popped up in other readings. It's that community, and I need to say thank you, because you have been such a pivotal part of our community that we've been building. I mean, it's not my community, it's ours.
Can we do this reading tandem? I think this one needs, because I got conscious connections.
Oh my gosh, keep going.
Yeah, so the conscious connections, and so that goes into making those, like you said, those conscious connections, that community, building those connections, and that actually relies on following your inner trust. So speak your truths and follow your inner truth and trust your gut and your intuition as you're working with those things and you're working with your gifts.
Oh, and she's so gifted.
because
She makes the most beautiful creations, like dream catchers. She sent me wands. I mean, beautiful stuff.
you embody the aspect that you are in the world, but not of the world.
She's so spiritual.
Yes. But in order to do
Old
that,
soul.
feel free to jump in on your cards at any time and interrupt this.
No, keep going because I'm right there.
Because you need to trust yourself in order to give yourself the space that you need to dream a beautiful dream.
Manifestation.
And yes, because the next card is new birth, guard it vigilantly.
I got rebirth.
And so protecting that new birth and guarding it, and in order to do that, you're going to have to follow your own rhythm.
And she's pretty good about that, but she's such a nurturer. And I was trying to find the book for that, but she's such a nurturer and such a caretaker that
there's times you have to break off from doing that for your own good and your own well-being. And that there are sometimes people who are taking advantage of the fact that you are a nurturer, that you are a caregiver, that they are just using that, and they're using that aspect of you to just take and take and take and take. And if you get these people that constantly take and take and take, get rid of them. Like, don't allow them in that energetic field. Do not allow them to continue to be there.
That makes sense, because I got the protection card, which this one is a starseed card, Earth Angel. She's such an Earth Angel. She needs to make sure her protection is up, call back your power every single night, and cut those cords. Make sure you're doing it multiple times a day. Because especially if you know the feeling, when you are around someone that is, it's really negative, it's like their stuff gets stuck to us. Okay. And then they leave feeling much better after venting for hours, but we're left carrying all their crap. So that's where you've got to make sure that you're taking care of that energetic, emotional aspect of your body. And it's time for you to do some soul retrieval work and bring back those extra fragments of yourself that you've given away or lost in different situations. So it's like in shamanistic view, and Josh will probably be able to explain it better than me, but in an energetic point of view, it's like we give pieces of our hearts to all the people that we love. And those people will always reside in different pieces of our heart, but we also give them pieces of our energy. It's part of that connection. And anything that is not helping you to elevate, anybody that is just taking from you, like Josh said, and it's not a give and take, it's time to reevaluate those situations and really set up those boundaries.
Well, and there's situations where we do need to go in and give to people when we know they have no means of being able to give anything back to us.
Oh, it's not about that, but even gratitude. Some people just take and take and take, and there's no gratitude.
Right,
right.
It's those ones that constantly take, where they get to the point that they expect it, that if it's not there, that, it's kind of like, you remember the old Popeye cartoons, Wimpy, I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Oh, I do not recall.
But he always expected someone to be able to provide what he wanted. Like, that was his line. That was that character's line. Yes, like an energy vampire. Well, I don't know. In the storyline, they never show that, but that was his line. I'll gladly pay you next Tuesday for a hamburger today. I'm assuming he paid them back because they kept giving him hamburgers. But there are those kind of people who just come to you and they expect you to have something for them, to give out to them, to provide for them, no matter what.
And part of this rebirth is making room, coming out of that cave into the light, letting go of some of those cycles and patterns and some of those traits of that codependent thing. I mentioned that to someone earlier. Because you've been doing the work, and I know you see it, that veil is lifting, and you are remembering more of who you really are. You're getting more in tune with your own divine self. You're getting more in tune with your authentic self. And you've been putting in that work for sovereignty. And that sovereignty is going to help you to stand strong in your power, because you are a force to be reckoned with. You are a powerhouse. And standing in that sovereignty, standing in that authenticity, that is so important, because it's going to help you to manifest magic within your life, to get in touch even more with your magical self, to get in touch more with Mother Earth and Gaia, to ground that energy. And as that earth angel, that animals, you know it, you're an animal lover. They love you. Trees, you're a nature person. And that connection with Gaia is going to strengthen even more, because you are gaining in wisdom and knowledge and remembering more soul memories is what I'm getting. And your vision is going to become super clear. Your vision is it's not going to fail you. And your clairvoyance is going to kick on even more. And I think I told you that before, but this is the clairvoyant card. And you're going to have more clarity in situations in your life. And you're going to be able to handle it from a higher self perspective without falling so much into the stories of kind of what other people can weave around us. We're going to see the truth of a situation. And those truths are really going to start popping up more and more and more. And that's going to help you to finish that transition to stand in your sovereignty, to stand in your authenticity and in your power. What you think?
Shy, we are doing readings tonight. We're doing partial readings for $10, full readings for $20, and then Tiffany's got a $40 package deal on doing some other energetic works as well. So if you're interested, I can go ahead and
I'm doing Reiki. I didn't know I was doing Reiki.
You got someone paid the $40, so you're doing Reiki tonight, apparently.
I was like, wow, they got like what? I was like, that's a huge tip.
Apparently, you're doing some Reiki and some chakra balancing and some cord removals and some auric cleanses. You're the one who put this up tonight.
I didn't say Reiki on there, I don't think.
It's on the list.
It's not on the list.
Hey, if you look at the little scrolling thing at the bottom.
Oh, well, that's because it's an old one then. Oh, because it has Holistic Susan on there. Shit. Damn it. What the heck?
We have someone that's wanting Reiki though tonight, and they already.
I can totally do that. And while I do that, give me that. I'm turning that banner off. I don't want that. Why did I've been looking at that thing, but I haven't really read it.
I figure you're who set the banner up tonight, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, the banner's going.
Well, next time, just tell me, like, hey, yo, Tiff. And I'll be like, oops.
What you was talking about before the show, and this is so funny, you guys get to see me and Tiff interact with each other, but you was talking before the show about, hey, look, it's got a banner at the bottom, and look at this banner, it goes across, and it says all the information I'm going to set it up.
I didn't read it. I just copied, I just did the little clicky thingy, and it didn't, I don't know.
Did any of you understand what she just said?
Yes. Jessica understood, and so did Diana.
I just did the clicky thingy and it did the thing, and then it just all happened.
It just mind explosion. All right. We have got Reiki. Let me double check then. I think that's Veronica.
Yes. Who do we got left on the list right now? We got Veronica for a Reiki. We got Brittany.
Actually, Veronica, I want to ask her if I can contact her right after and video chat with her if she's still awake. Because she's got some private stuff. And we can do it more one-on-one.
Yeah.
If she's down for that.
And if you need me to jump in on that, if she wants me involved in that, I can jump
Sweet,
in on
yeah,
that too.
absolutely.
But if she wants it just solo with you, that's perfectly fine too.
Yeah, it's up to her. I just feel like it'll be more personable.
All right, we got Brittany for a full reading, so let me.
Brittany. And then Katie, and then if Veronica's down, I can call her afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, that's Katie for Reiki. Katie needs Reiki. Katie, can I call you afterwards? You can be awake.
I thought Veronica said she done 40.
Veronica did too. Let me look. I got two of them. Yep.
Okay.
I will handle Veronica and Katie. I can do that. Katie needs Reiki. Katie, you're a Reiki master. Girl, we need to talk. So Brittany will be the last one, and the other two are Reiki. Awesome.
Okay.
And if you want to, if they're cool with it, you can join in on the call and kind of see, how I, because you're, if you want to learn Reiki, I'll teach you.
Well, you've already sent me the manuals. I just haven't.
I know you've been busy.
Yeah. And I can offer readings too.
Absolutely. Pull a few cards.
Yeah.
Veronica needs some guidance.
Yeah, I'll do cards for Veronica.
Brittany, I gotta do it. Ditching that. I got the cutest deck, and I've only read from it in a live once. Okay, this is the cutest little witchy deck, and it's called Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle Deck by Amanda Lovelace. And the messages and artwork in this thing are just adorable. Oh, girl, Katie, I got you, boo. Okay, can you do my reading, or should I move out? Okay,
huh?
Hey, I didn't have you down on a list. Did you have like a pendulum question or something? And yes, Diana. Diana is one of the ones. Her and Jess are the ones I go to for Reiki.
I'm spilling my cards all over the place again.
Yeah, Brittany. Oh my God. You are the only person I've ever read from these cards for. And I pulled them out earlier and I was like, I need these. And I didn't know why. KU, a pendulum question is where if you have some kind of like yes or no question, some kind of situation in your life, something that's going on, maybe a choice that you're having to make. A pendulum question is where you word the question with like to where it can be answered with yes or no. And I use my trusty pendulum and tap in and get the yes and no's for you. And I ask further questions for clarity. And I'm doing that one for free. And Josh is doing runes. And if you don't know what runes are, Josh, you want to explain what runes are?
Runes are I work with the Elder Futhark runes, which are a old Nordic, which is Norse form of divination, but it was also a language. It was stuff that was given to Odin on Yggdrasil. He actually paid the price for the knowledge why he hung on Yggdrasil. And the reason I was kind of like out of it is I'm in the process of laying out cards and trying to interpret.
Girl, what in the world do you have going on in your life?
Are you getting some really crazy cards?
I literally I've got like 2 different storylines going for her because she's got too many fires going, and she needs to narrow it down and focus on the priorities because she's overwhelmed and she's feeling burnt out. I almost got the image of her like saying she wants to run away screaming.
Not yet, Veronica. We Tiffany would like to get with you after the show and do a one-on-one, or you can work with both Tiffany and myself together. Just because you said you had some personal stuff in there, and we prefer to do that in private and not necessarily a public setting.
Yeah, Veronica, to be more in depth and to really like help you the way I'm feeling that that I can and we can help you. I would rather do it like private, if we can do it in chat, I can create a group chat, or we can even do, if you're at work though, you probably can't do video, but I can tell you what I'm picking up and what I'm doing. I may need you to take like a 5-minute break to go sit down though. Is that okay? Can I message you right after? Yeah, she says that's exactly what's been going on. Brittany has way too many things, too many irons in the fire. It's like she's getting pulled in too many different directions, and there's only so much energy she has.
Well, my cards are really interesting with her. Because I kept getting the Big Bold Vision card.
The which one?
Big Bold Vision.
Beautiful.
So you've got a big bold vision that you're working on, and it sounds like that's true, that you have a lot of different things that you're working on. But part of it is relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So stop trying to fight things and just be, and know that you're going to be protected, that you're going to have a protection around you, and that you need to focus on the light. But in doing so, you're also going to have to go against the grain. You're not going to be able to go with the flow. You're going to have to go against what everyone else is trying to tell you. And I once again got that every journey starts with a single step, to where this card usually speaks of it's not in action, but it is a uncertainty of what direction to step into. And so in order to make sure you're taking that right step, a lot of times you will not take a step at all. And that card signifies to take a step in any direction, just move. And even if it is in the quote unquote wrong direction, everything's still going to fall into place. You have to start that movement for things to start coming into place. But also you need to make sure that you take time to restore and replenish. That's where she's talking about too many cards in the fire, or too many pokers in the fire. You're just burning the candle at both ends. You're going and you're going and you're going. And if you keep it up, Brittany, you're going to burn out.
Look at what she's all doing. I mean, look at that.
Rest is critical.
That's what I keep getting in her cards.
And in that, learn to trust yourself. When your body's saying, hey, you need to rest, and that goes not just for your body, but for your soul and your spirit. Because there's times that you just got to step down and step away from everything and just give yourself a full rest. So your full-time school, business, football, 2 big Facebook groups.
I've got it. Okay.
Yeah.
She needs to rely and call in her soul family. This is a straight up reminder, girl, that you are not alone. Hi, Sherry. We are wrapping up. Unless you have we do have a pendulum question we need that I saw up earlier. And we are doing like free rune read. God, I'm tired. Josh, will you talk for me?
We're doing rune castings as well. So if it's something that can be answered quickly and easily, not anything too in depth. But for the more in depth readings, we're doing paid readings for those.
You can ask us your question and just word it in a yes or no format, and I'll do the pendulum for you. Okay, Brittany, soul family, girl, you are not in this alone. You have your tribe. You know who your tribe is. I call them my balcony people. They're the people that lift us up instead of bring us down. You are not alone in this. It's okay to reach out for that extra support, whether it just be a shoulder to lean on, whether it just be to freaking vent, whether it be, you need a day off, because I'm supposed to remind you that every hurricane, every storm has its end. And it's time for you to take care of yourself, because you already have all the answers. She already knows what she needs to do. There's certain things that have to be taken off the plate. But
yes.
She's the type who wants to do it all. And it doesn't have to be taken off the plate permanently. But it's more of streamlining with the business stuff. You can streamline a lot of that. And you can simplify some of those aspects of the business. She sells tarot, oracle. I need to hook you up with Brittany. I don't know if she's still doing it. She has a group. Brittany, you changed the name of the group, or she started a new one. It was Psychics Lounge for a little bit there. And it was, we're talking great vibe. And she does lives where she sells crystals. I bought a bunch of crystals from her.
Well, we need to hook up, Brittany.
And Josh is collecting tarot and oracle, and she gets a bunch of them. But she already knows what she needs to do. It's just that she's dragging her feet. And I think some of that
I don't know that it's so much dragging her feet, that there's so much weighing her down, because
it's overwhelming.
That it's not that she's not making it happen. It's that it's keeping her from being able to make it happen.
That's it. And she feels responsible for so much because she is such a responsible mama bear, caretaker, nurturer, protector. That's that right there. And it's about her coming home to herself, taking time to come home to herself.
Well, and that's a sense of setting up priorities of what truly matters and what is most important, not only family and relationship, but work-wise, spiritual-wise, health-wise. Because that card, to me, that coming home is in essence of putting things in order to where you're coming back to that peaceful place that you're going to find that inner peace, or not just that inner peace, but that peace that you're seeking, that you're not getting from being wrapped up in that corporate world.
I don't know exactly where this card fits, but I love it. Oh, I know where it fits. Okay, it just hit me. She got the Mirror card. And I love this full figure chick. I love that this deck is like multi-ethnic, multi-size. It's not just, a bunch of, modelish looking characters. It's got real people. And she needs to treat her body like the palace it is. That's part of that coming home to herself. That's extra self-care.
Well, I sent you the thing the other day that said, woman, remember you are the temple.
Absolutely. Yes. She needs that reminder because princess, and I ain't gonna call you princess. The card says princess, queen. All right. You don't need a knight. You are your own knight, Brittany. You don't need a knight in shining armor coming in and rescuing you. You can battle anything that comes your way because you're fierce. And it's just a matter of...
I want to expand on that card because that card triggered something in me that I want to say too.
Yeah.
Because there's a significance to that card being the princess, because the princess is always perceived as the one that needs saving, the one that needs the hero, the one that's always the damsel in distress. And if you look at that card, she's got her sword, she's polishing it up, she's got her backpack ready, she's getting ready to go on the adventure, her shield's there. And there's no need for anyone else. She is capable, she is strong, she is equipped, and she's got what she needs. That is you, Brittany. You are strong, you are capable, you are equipped, you've got the weapons that you need, you've got the supplies that you need, you're ready to step forward, but you need to know that you are equipped with those and stop doubting yourself, so that you can step out and take that journey in the confidence that you need to take that leap of faith into what is going to be a scary situation of starting your own business. That's not something that a lot of people do, but a lot of people do it, but it's a scary situation. It takes a lot of bravery to do it.
Yeah. She got this card that really matches as well along with that one. I'm losing my voice. It says, you never needed those wings to fly, honey.
Good night, Denise.
You never needed those wings to fly. Ever.
So
it's time for you to make the change. And I like this card. She's standing in front of the mirror. She has her sword. And she's about to cut off her hair, okay? And for a woman, those of y'all, I'm a random hair cutter, okay, y'all? When I'm going through changes in life, my hair changes. And to me, this is symbolizing that you are ready for that change. It's time to take off those dead ends. It's time to prioritize and know that you are prepared. Like Josh said, you've got all the tools you need. And it's time to spread those wings because you don't never need those wings anyways. You've got magic running through you.
And Brittany, the thing is, if you want that storefront, focus on that storefront, but don't wait to start moving forward in your work until you have that storefront. Denise is heading out. Good night, Denise.
I see. Night, night, Denise. Sweet dreams.
And then we have
storefront. Yeah, that's storefront.
And we have Montana. Hello, Montana.
I see Montana. Montana, we're wrapping up, but we can do a quick rune pull for you or a pendulum question.
Let's finish our paid readings before
we're done.
We're done.
And then I've got Katie and Veronica.
Okay, we're doing both of those off stream.
Off stream.
Okay. KU, I saw your question and
I'll do a pendulum for that one.
Okay.
I don't like doing relationship ones like that, but
I don't either. I don't like doing relationship things either. Like Sherry asked, okay, her question is, will Raphael fall in love with me without doing a love spell on him? First off, I want to say don't do a love spell on anyone. That negates free will when you start doing that kind of stuff. And that crosses some really bad lines. That's actually stepping in on
that could be gray. I mean, gray magic. People are all different types of practitioners, but
well, to me, it crosses boundaries of you're trying to put your free will or you're trying to push your will upon someone else's. Here's the simple, easy answer to that question, Sherry. Raphael's either going to love you for who you are without any kind of magic, or he's not the one for you.
Agree.
If you have to do something special to make him love you,
well, that's almost like a binding. Like you're binding
well,
someone.
yeah, it's not good stuff. You're trying to override someone else's will with your own.
Brittany, I wonder, what do you think about love spells? Or, for me, I'm very much like a do no harm. I follow the Wiccan Read. And for me, like Josh said, that's a free will boundary thing. KU. All right. When it comes to pendulum questions and when it comes to future type of prediction stuff, okay, I always preface this. The future is not set in stone. It is ever changing. Okay. And it's when you're talking about a relationship, you're talking about two people and you're talking about their free will, their path, their choices, their decisions, and how it impacts your path and how your stuff interacts with theirs. And so it's not a set in stone kind of thing, but I did get a yes that this is a long-term relationship. The way you worded it was, will my relationship last, which implies forever. I asked if this is a type of relationship that becomes a partnership, and I got a clear yes. But it's going to be up to both of you to put in that work, if that makes sense. I hope that helped. And then there was another one. Sherry Lance, did she ever? We answered Sherry.
Oh, she asked if she could get a pendulum on will he fall in
Raphael.
love. Yeah. And honestly, those kind of questions are really tricky questions to ask because those really don't fall, like, in my opinion, they don't fall within the realms of things that we deal with on doing tarot and oracle readings. Like I don't bring those kind of questions into my readings per se.
I prefer not to do relationship readings, honestly.
I mean, me too. Like I really don't like doing relationships. I don't like doing finances, and
I don't do finances or medical.
Yeah, and I don't like doing medical
or pregnancies. Oh man, that one's always hard too. Is my baby gonna be a boy or girl? Which usually I'm pretty accurate, but still, there's always that chance of change. Brittany called it. Love spells.
Yeah, no. Love spells are no, yeah.
Will he fall in love with me? I can do that, Sherry. On his own free will. That's not you doing a love spell, sweetie. I don't know, your experience level with magic, but it's always kind of a rule of thumb to not do a love spell, because like what Brittany said and what Joshua was saying, it's juju. Like that comes back on you.
It manipulates someone else's it's a manipulation
their
of
life.
Their energy and of their will, of their belief. And it's one of those things that, to be honest, if you're truly seeking and searching for love, you're truly seeking and you're searching for your partner, you're truly seeking and you're searching for that one. If that person just isn't naturally drawn to you and you've got to do something special, and I don't care if it's a love spell or if you have to put on certain makeup or if you have to wear a certain kind of outfit or you have to wear a certain kind of shoes or behave in a certain manner or act in a certain manner, that person is not for you. If you cannot be your true, authentic self around that person and that person go, oh my God, I want to be with you. You're awesome. I dig you. I dig your energy. I dig your vibe. That person is not for you. Leave them alone. Let them go on, because they are only going to make you miserable in the long run.
Amen. I got a yes that there is a potential for love, but I need to stress this. Like what Joshua was saying. If it's going to be the real thing, and I have a feeling that you feel that he's a twin flame, and there's some of that dynamic going on here. Be careful with that one, okay? Because I don't want you to limit yourself either. But there is a potential for him to fall in love with you. And I asked if you should do a love spell, and I got a huge no. And I asked, will he fall in love with her for who she really is? And I got a maybe at first, and then it kind of started swinging in a yes. So to me, that's like a potential yes, but a lot of that rides on you as well.
Right, because you have to present who you truly are to him and not hide who you are. You need to be your true, authentic self and not trying to present to him what you perceive that he wants in order to get him to like you. It's one of those
you can only
things.
Wear a mask for so long.
Right. It's one of those things of you be you, and if he does not like you for that, then he's not meant for you. And even though you may like him, you may have an infatuation.
She feels a soulmate connection to him. That's what this is.
And you know what? I've had people who I thought I had a soulmate connection to that, to be honest, ended up being someone that it was not a soulmate connection. It ended up being more. It ended up being a karmic connection. I had a hard lesson to learn there.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
But those are important as well to have.
Well, that's a soul contract we make with that person, typically because we're helping them grow and they're helping us grow. We're breaking a pattern.
But just make sure that in this process that you're being true to yourself, so that you're presenting your truest self to him, and that you're not trying to put up what you perceive he wants from you.
I'm supposed to tell her that self-love will radiate outwards.
Yes.
And the self, you need to give yourself the love that you're trying to give him right now. And you need to give yourself the love that you've been needing your whole life, like mothering yourself. You know what I mean? Reparenting your inner child. And when you start doing that, then more alignment is going to happen. Nothing should be, you shouldn't feel like you need to force something like doing a spell. Does that make sense? That's not a natural alignment. Things will align once you really start practicing that self-love. You gotta love yourself. You gotta do that first. Brittany's right. They could end up dangerously obsessed and turn into a stalker, get on your nerves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just stay away. Okay, I tell you what. Here's the only kind of love magic that I will ever condone, is if it is something that you do for yourself so that you can fall deeper in love with yourself, so that you can come to have a deeper understanding of yourself. Because then you are not putting someone else's free will at this. It is your own will that you are consciously deciding, I am going to do this so that I can come to love myself in a deeper level. Love isn't something that you manifest. It's not.
No, you magnetize it. It's something that comes in your life when.
It's not a manifestation thing. Like, honestly, love comes in when the timing and the circumstances and stuff are right.
Well, it depends, though. I mean, like, I know that I love some people and those circumstances definitely weren't right.
Well, and that's because there was a lesson and there was a timing and there was things to be learned there. That wasn't the situation. But if you're coming into that connection with that soul partner or with that twin flame, but you got to watch out, because if it is with a twin flame, you can get that push, pull, run, chase, follow dynamic.
And with twin flame, you can get in codependent patterns, and you get the empath and the narcissist. And then those two are like, they're magnets towards each other. I said magnet earlier. They're magnets towards each other. They, it's like, hey, I can help them and fix them with my love. Hey, this person is going to take care of me. And then it just ends up,
But you don't always end up with the narcissist and the empath. Sometimes you can end up with two empaths and they're just being goofy with each other.
I dated an empath and it was, man, I loved him, but jeez. Okay. I'm really feeling that for her too. Brittany's awesome. I'm like that too. Spells that help bring about like a love hidden from blocks or guards or trauma, that goes along with kind of shadow work stuff. That's more of that interpersonal kind of thing. It's not like a love spell, like trying to make someone love you.
I like what Brittany just said right here. The only a queen can bring about their true king. It works a little bit like moths to a flame. When you shine, the right one will be pulled to you. I do believe you can manifest your lover to come into your life, but it looks different than what you would expect. And that's right. There is a manifestation, but I don't see it so much as manifestation, but like what Tiffany said was a magnetization. It's manifesting the pathways to be opened up so that they can come to you. But the biggest part of doing that is by doing your own self work and working on yourself and getting yourself prepared to be in a place where you can receive that partner when they come into your life.
I'm right there. I agree with both of you. I'm thinking eventually we need to get with Brittany for a collaboration.
Yeah, I'd be down.
All right. And then I will I'm going to message Katie and Veronica right after this.
Okay.
So y'all, we've been on 2 hours and 47 minutes.
Yeah, we'll definitely get something going, Brittany.
I would love that. Absolutely. It's done. And Montana, so sorry, sweetheart. And Sherry, girl, you got this. You're a queen. Diana, love you and crew so much. I hope everyone has a beautiful evening, and thank y'all. Y'all are just so amazing.
It's been a great time. I've had a lot of fun tonight.
It's been beautiful. Yes. Brittany would be really good. Brittany is very much, like I'm not comfortable with doing like, tapping around that kind of work unless it's more self-love stuff. But Brittany can, if you want to contact her and she can maybe give you some extra guidance. Brittany's amazing. She's a powerhouse. Of course. And I don't know, Josh, you got anything else?
I really don't have anything. I want to say thank you to everyone for coming out and kicking it with us, and for everyone who got readings. If you have any questions, you know where to find us.
And we will make this more of a thing because this went so beautifully. And Josh, thank you so much.
You're welcome,
are phenomenal.
Tiff. Thank you for this. And to be honest, if Tiff feels up to this, I'd be down for doing this like as a weekly thing.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Some weeks we might have to switch days around or something because of my treatments, but
yeah, that's not a problem. And the days and stuff, the only day that I've got set is Tuesday night. So
sweet. Yeah. And I'm there with you Tuesday. So we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all know how to reach us. I'm Tiffany Modern Mystic.
I'm Joshua McGuire, and you can find me at Breaking Reality.
And our links are in the original post. So if you need anything, reach out to us.
Bright,
hope everyone has a beautiful evening.
Yeah, guys, we are just wrapping up for the night. We have 2 more in-depth personal readings that we got to do before the night's over, and it's getting late, so we need to wrap that up. But pay attention to the posts and the groups, and we might be back next week.
Yes, we will be back. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Have a good night.
Blessed be everybody.